With the aid of Raven, we have deciphered, kind of deciphered, the very interesting, cryptic, vague mess that is the Silver Lady's visions. We now have a name, we now have a place, and we now have a people to look into. The Dark Elves, a separated faction, I guess, from the Elves of Qintarra. We have a name, Mingora, to look into, but we also have a human name to look into in Tarrant, a Dr. Renford A. Terwilliger. We'll have to look into him later on, and going back to Tarrant is quite important anyway. It was one of our things to do, because there's a lot changed in Tarrant now, and some new things are available to us. But here we are in the city of the Elves, Qintarra itself. It took us a while to get here, and I'll be frank, it's not very impressive. It's merely just a few platforms on some trees, and that's it. It has a few quests. Some of them are quite interesting, some of them are just kind of like whatever, and if you're prepared for it, it makes life a lot easier. We'll start over here, because this is an easy one, and it's also incredibly easy to screw up. Isn't there? Alright, to make life easier on yourself, make sure you have some mithril ore. You can get this in the Wheel Clan, and it's fairly cheap. We gotta use mithril ore later on to make... I'm gonna get the name wrong. I always get the name wrong with this gun. Bronwick's gun? Bronwick's gun, yeah. It takes a mithril ore and gun chassis. I'm definitely gonna make that later, because it's quite a funny gun. But, now, here's something. With this particular quest, if you don't do it straight away, you can't get back into it. I'm pretty sure it's the guy you can't talk to for it. So, I'm hoping I'm right. I bid you welcome. Hello, good elf. May I ask who you are? As with most elves, I have a very long name, but in your tongue, I am simply called Aluminum. Aluminum? Elmanin. Elmaluminum? Elmanin. Elmanin. Elmanin? I think you got there, friend. No, thank you. May I ask what you do here in Qintarra, then? I'm a craftsman, good sir. I work with wood and metal to create objects of magic, weapons and talismans, the occasional piece of decorative jewelry. We all play our part here in Qintarra, and that is mine. Now, if you go straight to barter, like most people would do, I guess, for some reason you cannot get this again. You have to pick this immediately, otherwise for some reason it doesn't work. Maybe there's a way around it, maybe you can just leave and come back, but if you pick barter straight away, you're locked out. So make sure you pick this first. I can see where you get your wood. Oh wow, I'm definitely a master of observation. Fucking Christ. But where'd you get your metal? Well, I have many suppliers. We trade often in Stillwater, when the need arises, but just lately I've run out of mithril. If you know anything about the metal, you'll know that it's rare. Apart from in the Wheel Clan, where it's freaking every time I go there, there's at least one or two. I'm having trouble finding a new source, and many of my objects are incomplete without it. Interesting. I just happen to have some mithril right here. Really? The only place I know where to obtain the mithril is the caves of the Wheel Clan. Well done. I'm offering a magic bow in trade, if you're willing to part with it. Sure, here you go. That's impressive, my friend. The doors of the Wheel Clan are reclusive at best. You must be quite an individual to have gained their trust. Here, take this bow as payment. You're welcome to my shop at any time. 10 more questions. Let's bother. Yeah, that's it. He gives us his bow. It's whatever. I don't like bows in this. As I've shown earlier, it's never a good idea to use bows, because of the travel time and everything else, and particularly in real-time combat. Just spamming it like crazy. All you hear is dang, 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 dang. And then, if you're very unlucky, you'll hit your allies more often. It's so stupid. Even with a decently high bow skill, you're still going to hit your allies. Damage of 1 to 10. Fatigue, 2-5. Critical hit, plus 50 against animals. Yeah, it's pretty awful, honestly. Just get rid of it. Even he knows it's shit. That's the funniest thing. Even he knows it's absolutely awful for 25 free coins, sorry. Just get out my inventory, you evil man. I gave him a very expensive piece of ore for 20 free coins. Unbelievable. Right, I'm gonna save. Yeah, I'll save me all save. I haven't saved that one in a while. Oh, nothing there. Okay, that's fair. Alright. I know there's a pretty elaborate quest in here as well, involving a companion, and a dwarf of all things. But we're gonna get to it first. Ah, okay, yeah, I remember where we are now. Greetings, maiden. Might I ask your name? But of course, I am known as Cal Nadell in the Elven tongue. However, you may call me Fawn. Because, why not? A pleasure, Fawn. What is it you do here? Oh, giggling nervously, forgive me for not telling you before. I am accustomed to everyone knowing my position. I am the Master Healer. I am here to help all those in need of restoration. Oh, what a pleasure to meet you. I've also met you. May I post further? Oh, yes. What do you require, Qintarra? Shall we barter, dear lady? So he sells various potions and scrolls. And will you buy these? Yes, you will. Oh, I can only afford 1,402. Can you buy one of these? Okay, just create undead. Who take that? Ooh. No, sir, I want to keep that. Are you sure? Fawn's bow. TH. I don't know what TH does, but that's interesting. But this is interesting. Constitution 4. Some interesting stuff on her. Some interesting stuff we have to steal. Not her bow, though. Definitely not her bow. Now then, over here. Well met. Hello, madam. May I ask who you are? The elven woman smiled, though still very beautiful. Her eyes betray a great age and wisdom, as well as a lively spark of retained youth. Of course, I am in your tongue. In your tongue, I am called Whisper, with a Y, because why not? Or why Wisp not? You fucking kill me. That's dreadful. Might I ask who you are, sir? Yes, of course. Good day to you. I'm Qintarra. It's a pleasure to meet you, Qintarra. What brings you here to Qintarra? Actually, that's quite a long story. Tell all that's happened. She is silent for a moment. Just a moment? All that take was just a moment? So, all your adventure started when you walked on the wreckage of that... what did you call it? A blimp? Yes. She smiles warmly, taking your hand in hers. That is quite a tale, and I appreciate you trusting me with it. I'd like to give you something as well, perhaps to aid you in your coming days. You do in the coming days. She hands you a small gem. It might help you to, well, be a little less conspicuous. Thank you. May I ask you a few questions? Certainly. What do you do in Qintarra, Whisper? I suppose you can call me, She leans in to whisper, the correct way of spelling whisper, to you. A scientist. Shh. If anyone heard me say that here, I'd be thrown out on the forest floor. She laughs good-heartedly. A scientist? What is it you're studying, Whisper? Well, I'm studying local wildlife. There are many strange and magical creatures in the Glimmering Forest, and no one has really taken the time to catalog them and study all their unique characteristics. I am doing so. What creatures are you studying right now? Well, right now I'm cataloging all the different types of will-o'-the-wisps, according to their particular essence. Let me try again, my goodness. Right now I'm cataloguing all the different types of will-o'-the-wisps, according to their particular essence. I'm almost finished, but I can't seem to gather a sample from the rare Volar's wisp. What do you mean by essence? Some will-o'-the-wisps, when they die, leave behind what is known as their essence. It is a physical manifestation of their magical properties. Sometimes it is used in magic potions and poisons. We have an apothecary here in Qintarra, Mr. Sharp, who specializes all in those sort of things. What's a Volar's wisp? Volar's wisp is a special kind of will-o'-wisp. Very rare and typically hostile. You can tell them by their blue hue. Will-o'-the-wisp come in all colors, but the Volar's wisp is blue. I've had the most difficult time in finding one and gathering its essence. I see. Perhaps I could be of assistance? Yes, perhaps you could at that. I've been very busy here, and I haven't been able to go out wisp hunting. If you were to bring me some essence of Volar's wisp, I could offer you a magical scroll. Would you be interested in something like that? I'll do so in return. That's wonderful. If you travel within the Glimmering Forest long enough, you should run across a Volar's wisp. Good luck to you, my friend. I'll be going now. Wisp hunting. Lovely. I'm sure that won't go well. It's a pretty easy quest, and you will run into Volar's wisps incredibly often. Or at least I do. I can't seem to avoid them whenever I'm here. It's quite funny, honestly. We'll talk to you last. I know who you are. Right, heading up here now. I think I actually got all this side. Got that side, got that side, yeah. There's just this bit here. I want to find an apothecary. Some potions and all that would be lovely. I just gotta find out where they are. You know, I don't think I've ever been to the apothecary here. Ever in my playthrough. I just get the quest here and leave. Are you the person I'm looking for? Get out of my house, fool! Alright, I'm leaving. Oh, that's Raph. What a name. He's very mad. Right, let's go find this Mr. Sharp. Whoever he is. I'm just interested in finding this out. Checking that. Wow, we've... Bloody hell, time really goes on, doesn't it? Now, I'm not sure I'll be able to fit this quest in now, but I will have a go. Nope, that's the dwarf. I'm missing someone. Are they in here? Nope. They must be in here then. It's the only place I could think of. This is a inside or something. These houses are so diddy. Bugger, I have no idea. I know Raph is important in a particular quest I was talking about. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit it in. I hope we can, but if not, it'll have to run over into the next one. Which is fine, that bit's easy done. And at least Qintarra will be done, completely done. That's the way out. You in here? God damn, nice toilet. That is a toilet, that is totally a toilet. Or a urinal. Or whatever you want to call it. Wait, no, I've not actually been down here. I am an absolute turnip. Where's the dog going? Stay close. I clicked on the dog and I didn't mean to. I know there's a hunter we need to talk to as well, because there's a particular quest that actually leads to an item we need for another quest. I'm sure we can find about it, but you never know. This looks promising, actually. Yes, did you say something? this not the one I'm thinking of then? Must be in this house over here then. You're aluminium. These elven names, they're so difficult. Aluminum. Yeah, maybe there's one person here we've not actually seen. Okay, no one in here. Wow, God knows where he is. Well, that's fine. I think... Right, I've tried looking for this apothecary, but... Oh, hello. Oh, no, here's the hunter I was looking for. I'll deal with him. It's a nice day. Yes, I can't really agree there, friend. It is incredibly hot and disgusting right now. I am probably going to take a shower after this because I just feel gross. Hello, sir. May I ask your name? My name is Mr. Wynn, the master of the hunt. It is a pleasure to meet you. He looks at the sky. He seems somewhat distracted. The pleasure is mine. You said you were the master of the hunt? We are a group of hunters who supply Qintarra with food and other supplies. I am their commander. I see. Are there a lot of hunters here in Qintarra? No, we're a small community here. We've never really need more than 3 or 4 hunters at a given time. Again, he looks up. Say, do you happen to know the hour? Sure. Sounds it. It is... I can't tell you because unfortunately it doesn't work. But I assume I can tell you. It's 7 o'clock. He only half hears you. I'm very worried. There's a hunter who left here yesterday and hasn't returned. Normally I'd not be concerned, but he was hunting in the forest near the dark fens. There are strange things in those swamps. That's worrisome. Could I be of help? Would you? I need to go on another hunt, but I could tell you where he was hunting, and you could travel there. I'm sure it's nothing, but I get worried about my hunters. If you could see to it that he is safely on his way home, I could offer you some elven chainmail. Done. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. I can mark your map with the general area where he was hunting. He does so. Good luck to you. Interesting. Right. Well, it's time to really leave it there for now, as the next quest is... it's not long, but it would wrap up our time here in Qintarra, and I'm guessing it would show us the apothecary. For some reason he's not here. I thought he would be here, but he's not. We had a good look around. I could not find him to save my bacon. But for now, I'm going to talk to this Wrath guy. But that's for the next episode, and I will see you then. Doodles!